Hello Napoleonic fans, we are back with another NTW 3 battle for you today, and this is a battle for the Orient. We have four Oriental armies here fighting against the the Oriental campaign for Russia here. So a battle for the East. Though we don't seem to be like we're fighting in the East. We seem like we're fighting in Central Europe here today. That is for sure. Could do with maybe a bit more of a deserty sort of terrain. But yes, we have four different corps here. We have Abbas Mirza. Here one of the Persian corps, we have Yusuf Zayuddin, one of the the Ottoman corps. We have I don't know, this one Gurjistan, Iskander Mirza here, so like another sort of Eastern sort of style faction here. And then I think the final one is, I'm not actually sure which is the other one. I think there might be two Ottoman ones. I'm not really sure. But yeah, we've got I think we've got a 4v4 here, and yeah. It's gonna be a good one. Oh, here we go. It's another Persian one. It's Javad Kajir. So yes, two Persian armies, an Ottoman, and a Gurjistan. I don't know how to pronounce it. But then we've got four Russian armies over here. A bunch of Ottoman troops are already scattered across the map, occupying buildings, trying to slow down the Russian advance. They're already actually engaged in an attack over here. The Russians are sending in some infantry here, which have to try and deal with these skirmishers that are already positioned in this house, trying to get some kills on the Russian advance. So this will certainly be interesting to see how this one takes place. I mean, certainly some factions and some corps we don't necessarily always see. Something a little bit different, so I'm quite excited to see how this one goes down. Are you rooting for Russia, or are you rooting for the Eastern armies here, like the Turks and Persia? And a building has been lost, and that is one less Ottoman skirmisher for Russia to deal with. There's another one over here, and they've got most of the 2 points and stuff like that. And I think there's a few cav units as well dotted about over here. There's a Balkan Delhi unit here, just a cav unit that is just marching one by one over here, and yeah, this is apparently the new formation that the Ottoman army has in place to try and win this battle. An interesting one, that is for sure. But yeah, I'm excited to see how the Russians do. I don't know what their armies are like for for the Eastern corps that kind of go east to try and conquer Persia and places like that. I think they try to expand into Azerbaijan during this period. So it'll be interesting to see what they've got. It's like they've got some a lot of light infantry I've seen so far, or what looks like light infantry. I imagine musketeers here as well. It's certainly the early period Russia, not the great patriotic sort of style uniforms. So it'll be interesting to see what their infantry quality is like. Certainly the Turks and the Persians could certainly have the cavalry advantage in today's battle, I feel. Infantry advantage certainly I think will be with the Russians. But we'll see how this one does go down. It looks like the Russians are maybe getting ready for another assault here. They're bringing up some infantry columns here to try and storm this building. And yeah, I'm excited. I mean, there's already a lot of cav out here. There's a lot of cav being set up. Like I said, cavalry is going to be very much in favor of the Turks here. Not necessarily in quality, but there's just a lot of it. I mean, some of these CPIs are pretty good, though. I mean, if you've seen 1212, Tamilari CPI is good cav in 1212, and it's just as good in NTW, really. It's just some solid cav, probably the best, I think, available. Anything CPI is going to be pretty solid. I don't know what they've got for infantry. Doesn't look like that great stuff, but they've got some Bulgarians here, Bulgars, Bosnians, all sorts of random different ethnicities in their armies here, making it I'm sure communication was a difficult one in that period. Well, just any period for the Ottomans. The Persians have some pretty good infantry. These guys can form square, in fact. So they actually might do pretty well. They might hold up against the Russians, but we'll see. Certainly the Persians and the Middle Eastern factions are more known for their skirmishers, and which can be pretty damn effective. Shots going off now onto the Russians, doing some hits. I think we're about to see a unit going in. This might be a guard unit here, actually, or a grenadier unit that's going in. It certainly looks like it's going to be the one that's being sent into this building to storm it and take it. And I can already see as well, I can hit charging. We've got cavalry going in as well. Got a little Ottoman cav unit there going in. Wavering already, that is not good. I think it's broken. It's going to break pretty quickly here. The Russians unfazed by this cavalry charge. And there you go. The Turks broke. If they hadn't got such a good volley off there, I think the Turks would have probably broken. And more charging coming in here as we have the Gurjistan unit coming in. I think they're just trying to charge the unit that's engaging the unit that's Russian infantry that's trying to get into the building. Another charge here. Charging onto that musketeer unit that's already been charged once. That breaks it. The second charge is just one too many. And it actually looks like the 2 units as well, they were trying to take the building, both been routed. That other unit has gone as well. Got the Russian cav come up as well. Looks like a Cossack unit. Another light cav unit going in. They're going to get swarmed here by more cavalry. You can see the Turks bringing up some more. It already looks like the Russian cav being hit by skirmishers, and also the cavalry breaking pretty easily there. So, early wins there for the Turks, that is for sure. And the Russians are bringing up more and more infantry now. They're getting into position. Plenty of musketeers here that are being set up. But yes, if you're enjoying the NTW 3 action and would like to see some more Napoleonic content, do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're around here, and a comment to show your support. It really does help out the channel. We just recently hit 8,000 subs. A massive thank you to everyone that has subbed along the way, whether you're a new subscriber or an OG. It's great to have you here for the action. Yeah, I'm excited for this one. I really am. I feel like newish sort of like cores, not necessarily in the mod, but like certainly on the channel. Some things we just never see. The Ottomans we rarely see. I mean, certainly Persia as well, and even these Russian cores. I'd imagine we just don't really see that often. So it makes for a change. I honestly thought when I was reading the description we were going to have Russia versus France Oriental, which would kind of be interesting. It would have been a clash of like eras, but it would have been interesting, that's for sure, to see how the 2 sides fared. Certainly with like the French having like massive infantry sort of like formations. We've got a general under attack. Oh, Iskander Mirza here himself being shot at. Not taking too much casualties. Doesn't seem like I actually have realised. I don't think the Turks or anyone like that really brought any artillery. Well, they brought one back here, an 8-pounder to the Persians, but I can't really see much in the way of artillery. And the Turks are known for their outrageously large guns. There might be some more that I can't see, but yeah, it doesn't seem like there's much. I mean, can't see the Russians yet with their artillery, but no evidence of them firing any shots yet at stuff. So maybe it's a pretty limited artillery game in this one. But yeah, just the 1 8-pounder I've seen spotted so far. There might be a few more that I've missed, but yeah, Persia bringing some at least to try and support. But maybe they just went heavy on cav. Just thought, screw it. If the Russians bring a lot of artillery, we'll just go and kill them with our cav.
This building has fallen to the enemy.
Building falling to the enemy. Okay, so they took another one of these buildings right at the back. The skirmishers out here were ousted. You can see them running out now. So there's some Russian infantry in there of some sort that's taking that building. So well done to the Russians. They cleared out some of the buildings, and now it's just the main one here that they've got to take out. I think this is the one of the 2 pointers here, right in the center of the map that they've got to try and take control of. Again, looks like Russians going in. Some skirmishers. I wonder if these skirmishers are pretty good at melee. If they are, they might be able to hold their own. The cav again trying to maybe get a charge off on these guys. This is oh, it's not the general, at least it's something else. Just another random commander. Maybe if they can get their infantry up, they can try and have an infantry duel. Some of these units for the Russians look pretty small. Artillery now hitting the building as well. I think they're trying to break the unit that's inside. I also think that looked like a howitzer, so I think the Russians bringing howitzers to this fight. Look at this intense fight going on here. Look at that. Oh, rip a piece of that guy. The Vasily, he will be remembered, stabbed in the chest by a Turk. And I think there you go, the Russians are taking the building. Well done to the Russians. Clearing out these buildings pretty effectively. Another cavalry charge going in here. This one taking a pretty nasty volley to the face. That was pretty that was, yeah, not well timed. Be interesting to see whether the cav here goes for a charge. I think the Russian infantry mostly can't form squares, so they could be in trouble here. More cav as well, shifting across over here. We got some, I don't know, it looks like some pretty light cav, some like boyars, some sort of boyar. There might be a boyar cav. They're getting pushed back by Russian cavalry there. Shots going off. Certainly need to get Gurjistan needs to get its infantry, its cav back. And they're sending forward some infantry now. Send them to the front, boys. I mean, there's just a lot of rabble here. We've got like literal peasants here with like pitchforks going forward. But yeah, Russia very much digging itself in around this building now. And now they have control of it. They could do all sorts of damage with that. Yeah, I can see artillery now for the Russians back here. They've got Some big guns actually being set up here. It's like maybe, I don't know, 12-pounders or something like that. They look big though. Persia trying to flank around the Russians. Maybe they're going to try and... well, they seem like they're going to rush for these guns. The Russians... I just saw some shots going off here. You see the smoke appearing and shows our guns nearby, but can't be spotted yet. Oh, lots of cavalry defending them, that is for sure. As you can see here, looks like hussars of some sort defending. There is also Persian cav setting up there, so looks like they're ready for a cav fight if one is needed. Yeah, I can see an artillery piece here. Just the one. It's like a Cossack artillery piece. There is another one over there as well. It might be another single artillery piece. But it looks like Gurjistan's going to have the joy of assaulting this building to try and retake it. Wonder whether they really have the infantry that can really retake it. Maybe if they've got like some really good melee capable units that can do it, that's good. But I don't know if they do. Certainly doesn't seem like Gurjistan does. The Turks might. There are certainly some units that I've seen that are like just equipped with swords. I don't know if they are in this battle, but certainly in previous ones I've seen it. And it seems like I would imagine the Persians are the main focus for artillery because they have probably some of the better line infantry. And here we go, got a Persian cav. It looks like maybe it was going to try and make an attempt. The Russians are now charging down the Persian cav and they're going to rout that pretty easily. Yep, there, that's gone. Whether that took a pretty nasty hit from artillery or from infantry, I don't know. Yeah, I think it's the artillery. Look at them, they're tiny little like pop guns the size of that gun there. What was that, like a 3-pounder or something? Doing some damage to that cavalry, that's for sure. Here we go, the line fight sort of is beginning now. Going in here. Yes, if you want to send in your own NTW3 replays, then be featured on the channel, feel free to join the Discord. The link is down below in the description. You're more than welcome to join, whether you're a veteran player or just a newer player. You're more than welcome to come and join if you want to get involved with some games or send in your own replays. You're always more than welcome. Balkan Delhi here going in, try and take out a little infantry. I think they might break almost instantly. Looks like they've done some damage back here. I can see some dead, I don't know, some dead cavalry of some sort. I don't know what that is actually. Maybe I didn't think it's a general's bodyguard. More cavalry going in over here as well. What's this? It's the CPI cav. They should do okay, I think. I picked them up. They're fighting dragoons. You say, I picked up the CPI cav. They should do well. They're fighting, taking on 2 units here. You can see another charge here by the boyards going in. Kind of look like they're charging the back throwing cav. That's certainly not a good thing to do in NTW3. They have broken the Russians. At least one of them. Combat winning slightly. They should, I think, imagine, win that fight. Cav there has been routed by Gurjistan. They're pretty, the Swaran, they look pretty good. And we've got like swords, chainmail, stuff. We've actually got to the guns here as well. Managed to take them out there, horse artillery as well. So a big win there. And yeah, the cav was taken out as well by the Turks. So really well done. Infantry just charged into the cav here. This might get broken, you know. Morale, yeah, look at that. This unit wasn't even interested in them. And they've been broken. That's a shame for the Russians there. And all of a sudden now this flank looking a little dicey here for the Russians. Over on the other side, Persia tried to make another assault. Looks like with infantry this time. A little infantry unit. They've been scared off. Looks like by some, I don't know, some more maybe Russian Cossacks by the looks of it potentially. There's cav waiting on this side patiently. They're not going to move across. But Abbas Mirza, the general there, he needs to be careful. He's near the front lines. But yeah, it seems as though for now, just testing the waters with this this cavalry, seeing how good it is. There's so much infantry back here. Just like literal guys with pitchforks. I think they're going for the mass assault here at Persia. Just like how many bodies can they throw in to try and kill these Russians? It's going to be interesting to see how this goes. 286 in some of these units. Jeez, I mean this one here, the Farsa has 270 and they have guns. There's 270 guns per unit they can just pour at the Russians. Whether any of them will actually hit a Russian man, that's up for debate. But we'll see. We'll see. But like I said, I think there's going to be one with the cav, if anything. There is a Balkan Delhi as well back here in the forest. I think maybe hunting and looking for generals. There is one just sat here. He's protected at the moment by Russian cav on his flank. But if that Russian cav gets called forward, those dragoons, that Delhi might just go for the sneaky attack. which is exactly what the Turks really need to do, to get cav in behind, try and harass things. Like little small cav units just trying to do some damage. Like trying to take out things like this, like artillery over here, this Cossack gun. It's just taking pot shots at the Turks. Here we go, line fight is sort of getting underway now. Good, just down here, finally engaging with those Russians. Does it seem like the Russians are firing back? Maybe they don't have the range? I don't know, maybe they just weren't on fire at will. I mean, I do remember in some scenarios I've done with the Oriental armies, like certainly like the Turks and the Persians and stuff, they have better range. Although, no, they are very much in range of the Russians. And here we go, we'll see who has the superior firepower. I'd imagine the Russians maybe are better at like reloading and like accuracy, but I'm not really sure. Never doubt the Persians and all their stuff. Infantry here, the Persian infantry, not quite engaged yet. But these more elite looking units coming forward now. I'm quite excited to see when the hordes go in. Oh, I wonder whether the Russians, they just sent their dragoons in there into the forest. Whether they've seen the Balkan Deli, I don't think they could have. They are hidden still. Maybe they could flank around and go for that general. Get him behind. I don't know. But those dragoons have now been lost in there, just in that forest. They need to be careful with all their infantry here. The dragoons could just come storming out and attack them. Imagine one dragoon charging onto all this infantry. Could be detrimental. Yeah, it seems as though the defense is going to be around this 2 points. It's going to be the decider for who wins this fight, I think. Russia, I mean, morale already looking kind of a bit dicey. Fire when ready for the Sultan! Not the most organised of volleys, that's for sure. Well, it wasn't anything too inspiring there by the infantry. I mean, they're doing okay. These like quite a few of these I recognise the name of, like these Ascaleri. I'm pretty sure they were the ones that were like in the buildings like early in the game, like skirmishers. So they might be actually pretty good, like skirmishing units. Seems like the Russians have the extra troops that they can flank around if they wanted to. Turks might need to use their cav to pressurize that, force them back. I don't know, but the Turks are way behind now. They are walking. They're no longer hidden, by the way. So the Russians, if they're paying attention, could be very much aware of them. I'd rather see some cav come forward here. These guys are relatively armoured as well. They've got like a helmet on. So if they've got like armour on, I feel like for the Turks and like for just generally the East factions, they're pretty solid. See already the Russians giving ground. Already not happy with their situation. Look at this mass of Persians here that's set up. This would be kind of scary, but also at the same time, you'd be like, I feel like we can beat this. I'd be confident. I'd be like, most of these guys are rabble, almost. We'll just take them out. Let's flank over here, though. This is kind of dangerous with all this infantry here. There's elite infantry massing up. More of it on the way. We've got Samson Makinsev there, who's I'm pretty sure is a... Pretty sure this guy's a Russian. Who's fighting for Persia. I mean, with a name like Makinsev, I would imagine so. Finding his own people. That's pretty dicey. I don't know if would be a traitor if he was caught. His Balkan delis are hidden again. Still walking, not in combat. Russia's not aware of it. Oh no, I think they are now. They've got cav waiting. They've got those hussars. Oh, they got plenty of stuff. And here we go. I think we're going to see a charge in a moment here. This deli is... it's going to have to run and get out of there now soon. Yeah. Off it goes. There we go. The line fight is getting pretty intense over here. The Russians dueling against those Kyrgyzstan units. For the Tsar! We must kill these damn Turks for the Tsar. Oh, and here we go. We've got a charge coming. This rum cav going in behind. Is it going to try and maybe hammer an anvil? Or maybe not. It's going to try and catch the cav out, catch the infantry out on the march. Might have done it here. Morale is dropping. Both sides, actually. And the Russians break. Wow, there you go. And they're going to have to throw in another unit. Will the Turks just continue? They might have to. More Turks coming in. Morale again goes down. I don't know. These Russians kind of looking like they might break, but so are the Turks. Maybe they've bitten off one too many units. I think they're going to run. Yeah, the Turks might break here. Yeah, just some break. They maybe should have just held on. There's more like the CPI cab coming up. And they're going to charge in. There you go. Broke one of the Russians instantly. Might get another one. You never know. The Russian cab's surely going to come up and contend with this CPI cab. They're a real pain in the ass. I mean, with extra units setting up as well, infantry units, the CPI cab could be in trouble. It could get shot in the back. Also, there's Russian cav in the way. I mean, the Russian cab's just rear charging his own infantry there. That might break the Russians as well. Oh my gosh, the CPI cab just refused to break. More cav going in as well. Trying to deal with the Russian cav. Cossacks there look like they're going to get routed almost instantly. Yeah, a lot of Russians actually broke there. The cav's still looking like it could break. Overextending itself. The CPI trying to get out of there. Oh wow, look at that. They broke everything. Did the Ottomans. Wow, that was a big win there. Taking a lot of stuff. We've got the Russians over here making an assault against the Persian cav. Did okay, but there's more dragoons coming in now, trying to take advantage of that first loss. For the Persian. Oh jeez, lots of cav. Abbas Mirza coming in. And a general's been lost, I think. Yeah, an allied general killed. So Abbas Mirza, one of like the first guys to charge in, just got killed instantly. Well, that is unfortunate there for that corps. Abbas Mirza, who I think has brought most of this trash infantry. He's now got no morale. So that is a huge resource. I mean, his unit has successfully killed off that cavalry, but at what cost? He lost his general. Got more Russian infantry pushing up, more dragoons as well. Then they're going to get ready maybe to duel the Persians here. Got a good volley off. Are they going to charge in? Yeah, here they go. Dragoons going in. And I think the Russians are going to lose that. Just about. Yeah, wow. Persian cab. I don't know. That Persian cab might not rout because they just charged their own cab, but who knows? And now there's another dragoon unit that's shifted over here. I think that's one too many dragoons for the Persians. Certainly with the infantry in such close proximity to support that fight. But we'll never know. I mean, you can see here, this Dar Nazem unit's going to try and flank around. Hit them in the flank. Here we go. Kill them all. Oh, you know, that might just do it. These Russian... Oh, no, it wasn't enough. The Russian dragoons really don't like fighting this Eastern Cav, though, in combat. Really don't. And this one refuses to die. Look at this. It's insane. And here we go. We've got a bayonet charge now going on. This isn't some pretty decent infantry here as well. These guys can just get their swords out. Again, Nizam Pilsbas? This is like, I remember them being in previous battles. They're pretty nasty. But yeah, we've got other units that are just charging into the trash that Persia's brought up. I don't know. I feel like they're losing slightly. Yeah, they're doing this support. Good volley. Help support those boys. Now they're forming square. Really nicely done. Really well done there by Persia. Oh yeah, they've just stopped that Hussar charge in its tracks. And it seems like Persia's going for all out bayonet charge. We're now going to see all this trash for Persia just charging. They might be able to just overwhelm the Russians here with numbers. Good volley there. Also stopping the Russians in their tracks almost. I think that might break them, to be honest. But morale is not looking great for a lot of this trash here from the Persians. Oh, it's going to be interesting. This flank is getting kind of spicy right now. Russians and Persians breaking across the line here. All Persian cav going in. It's faster cavalry trying to just smash into the musketeers here. Morale dropping kind of quickly here for the musketeers. They can get a hammer and anvil then onto this unit if they could somehow surround it. But there you go. They just about did enough and stopped that cav flanking around them. These guys here try and flank the Russians. I don't know. They're just going to tie these Russians down long enough with the trash pitchfork guys. And if they do that, then there's a straight shot for the general here. They're just going to send in some of their last cav. Like this Abbas Mirza unit seems relatively good. Send it into melee. We've got more cav here just sat here doing nothing. Yeah, lots of this trash now breaking almost instantly. And I think that's why they brought the general to get that extra morale for the Russians. There's another breaking going on over here. Looks like we've got Gurjistan who made an assault onto the Russians' lines here. Failed with his cavalry. But it's all going off on this flank over here. The Russians still fighting on. Running into much better infantry. Old Persians. These guys get their swords out when they're in combat. They broke that unit. It's still close. Oh, and a general very close to the front lines there. He is very close to the front lines. Need to be careful. I think we're going to see Iskander Mirza, the other, another general there for Gurjistan. He may have just about to think about going in, but the general looks like he's out of danger now. We've got Ottoman cav that's going behind. We've got a little light cav that's going to go in for some artillery. Looks like he's going to take this one out pretty effectively. And it looks like they're going to run in for the other one as well. Really nicely done, taking out one gun. Might get a second one. Can they get this horse artillery over here? These guys seem like they are in danger. There you go. The Ottoman cav did rout pretty easily there. But yeah, it's still causing a lot of danger. This is cavalry. The 8-pounders over here trying to do their damage. They're just trying to shell this front line, support their infantry. Still seeing lots of these Persians break. I mean, as soon as one breaks, the rest just lose morale instantly. Russian morale, though, in some instances, not looking great either. There you go, look at that, it's broken like that. Another one going in here that's kind of getting broken, but look at all this breaking. Oh gosh. Javed Khan back here as well, he might need to be sent in. We get some good volleys on before the Russians engage, so he might be okay. But look at that, volleys are okay. Russian morale went down to Orient. Still kind of going down, but yeah, I don't know. I feel like the Russians are doing just about enough to maybe make a breakthrough here. It's got to bring up these last reserves, I think. I mean, that's a decisive push. Persians here kind of getting surrounded as well. Their elite infantry units kind of getting cut off. Could they go in for a bayonet charge? I don't know. I think they're trying to flank around and try and threaten the Russian flank. Certainly this solid infantry here, these Nizam Pilzabash are doing okay. Got more cavalry going into combat down here. Gurjistan bringing over his cav, trying to support the cause. Fighting on against the hussars. This artillery is dashing, I feel like, in the wrong direction. It's dashing a bit close to the front line. It's actually going to get stuck into combat here at the moment, I imagine. I don't know what happened there, why they didn't get stuck into combat there with the infantry, but there you go. They must be, yeah, they're danger close right now. You be super careful. Ottoman Cavs come across with some bulk in Delhi here, helping to rout 1-2 Russian infantry units there in the back. Really well done. It seems like Persia, I don't know, I feel like Persia and Russia came out of that draw. Russia's kind of won over on this side, but they've won this side. Persians won on the other side. Russian general died here being taken out by Iskander Mirza, one of the Kyrgyzstan generals. So general v general sort of stuff going on there. Now, the Russian general was playing with fate being so close to the front line, but he was also helping with morale. Maybe that's going to help now. Morale might just shatter on this flank for the Russians, and we'll see maybe a bit more of an improved results here for the Persians. We'll see. Certainly seems to be all going on that right flank there for the for Persia. This left flank over here with the Turks. Not really much going on. They're just kind of staring each other out. Kyrgyzstan just kind of hitting these Russians hard, even routing a unit. So that's a win. The Russians don't seem to be giving much in the way of fire back. Whether the fire at will's off, I don't know. But yeah, the Russians now retreating, looks like, back across the river. They're kind of done with this assault, which is probably a wise thing to do. I mean, both sides have lost a lot of men, but I feel like the Russians came out of that losing a lot more. Certainly lost a lot of cav, fair amount of musketeers. A general certainly came out of that one, I think, a bit of a loser. But yeah, big win. I mean, the Russians also did kill a Persian general, I guess, themselves, but I don't know. Didn't seem like it affected morale too much. I mean, not like I was kind of expecting the crash to kind of break instantly. That's all that really was really broken instantly. Everything else kind of held relatively well. This one artillery piece here is still trying to put some holes into the Russians. I wonder if we'd see any like Pavlovsk Grenadiers with these corps. We seem evidently not. They weren't asked to serve in the Eastern Front against the Persians and Azerbaijan. Russia now waking up on this flank over here, now making a push against the Ottomans. Ottomans having none of it, they're just going to retreat back to their main force. Where it seems like, I mean, to be honest, it seems like the Ottomans, which had a lot of cav out on that flank, shifted a fair amount to the center, if not over to that far side, to try and help with Persia. So they might need to move it all back now to this side, because it looks like this is going to be Russia's newest point of assault against the Ottomans here. You can already see they're opening fire on them. Having none of it, sending these guys, sending these Russians straight back to the abyss whence they came from. You must kill for the Sultan. I'm surprised there aren't any like Janissary units. I mean, I think there are, but just no one brought any. That was the thing. Cool to see the Janissaries in action, though. If only. If only. This more elite infantry here, setting back up. I'm not taking too many casualties. I'm taking some, but nothing atrocious. I mean, yeah, most of them actually leave a lot more health than I first thought. So that's good to see. Hopefully these guys can get some good kills. And as you can see, lots of cav now moving across. We're good, just moving his general back across. Lots of Scipi sort of cav moving this way as well. So yeah, this will be a big push here by the Ottomans. They look like the Russians, like I said, making an assault on this on the Turks' left flank there, the Russian right flank. Going to try and see if they can turn that flank now. They're testing the defenses here, seeing whether they can get cav across in time to support. It seems like Persia, by the way, is also making a little bit of a push across this river. They now think we've beaten back the Russian assault. It's now time for our own assault. So we'll see how that goes. Building taken. What? How did Kyrgyzstan get in there? They got some of their like Chechen infantry in there? How have they managed that? I don't understand. I don't know how they managed it. There's a general right there, and he's just broken because he's just been hit so hard by that Chechen skirmish unit. Really massive win there. I don't think the general's dead, but him breaking will have done a bit of damage to morale. And you can see here the Kyrgyzstan infantry pushing up the Chechens here. Look like they're about to go into combat. And if the Chechens are like anything like they are in history, they're pretty nasty in combat. They're a scary bunch, those Chechens. And there you go. They're sent sprawling of these Russian infantry units here. They're getting shot in the flank anyway by the house. But yeah, look at that. 3 units breaking. We've got a Dragunian now being thrown forward to try and rout the Chechens. I don't think they can form squares, so they're just going to have to stand here and take the charge. Seems like they just don't give a damn. They won't even look in the right way. And there you go, that Cav's been routed as well. A big win there for Gurjistan. They're now making a push straight down the center. Maybe they could split these 2 Russian armies in 2. We'll see. Persia has also crossed successfully across the river here. The skirmish is getting outflanked, and they're just not going to react to that. There's also Ottoman Cav over here. The Balkan Delhi is still alive and kicking back here. Yeah, not looking good in the Russian center. Really, Persia, yeah, I was going to say, just needs to get a move on, just keep pushing forward. Maybe instead of sending the infantry, try and, sending the cavalry, slow down the infantry. Got even morale of some of the Russians here starting to quiver. And again, Ottoman Cav moving around. That Scipii Cav's now managed to get to the flank. I wonder how much Cav the Russians have left, if any. They might have spent it all, but here we go. We've got a charge going straight down the middle of the Scipii Cav unit. Just seen a lot of action. It's 38 men. It's just going to go straight through the middle here and see what damage it can do. I think it's just going to hunt for any units that it can that are either on low morale or just can't form square. Just hit them in the back. Looks like we're about to see a charge here. Yeah, look at that red morale. I mean, units breaking instantly. And the sight of these these Ottomans. Big win there. Look at that. Huge win. The Russians here in all sorts of trouble. This man's just standing on his horse. What a magician. And then he died for it. R.I.P. Horse acrobatic man. And there you go. The Scipii Cav finally broken. It's like their 3rd fight they've been in. Got more Cav coming in here as well for the Ottomans.
One of our units
trying to cause some damage. Got units that are running out of ammunition for Gurjistan. That means only one thing. A bit of a bayonet fight is needed. So the thing left for them to do. I don't know if this Russian army over here has lost his general, but they seem like they're breaking pretty damn quickly. There's another general dead. Yeah, there's another Russian general here dead over this side. That is not good to see. There you go. Infantry broken. Still seeing Persian infantry break this. There's still hope for the Russians, I guess. Just got to believe that their quality will pay off and they will win. Certainly in a 1v1, I feel like the Ottomans have the disadvantage. I really do. I think the Russians probably beat them in a one-on-one. So you can Cav charge here or something. Yeah, kind of unit going in. I thought it was a general for a moment. I just saw the white horses. Thought, surely not a general. We've got a little juniors out here. Why it's out here not help defending the infantry on the flank, I don't know. We've got Gurjistan infantry trying to push them back. You've got infantry and Cav down here wavering and breaking for the Russians. And the Russians on this flank over here getting picked off. Morale's low. These Russians are probably thinking, how the heck will we beat them by damn farmers with pitchforks? They have been, and they're routing for it. I think certainly the lack of generals really helped in the lack of cavalry. And they honestly have to think maybe they should have brought some more cavalry. So they're facing their cavalry factions. Maybe they couldn't. Maybe their cause limited them by how much cavalry they could bring. There you go, look at that. Russian infantry on this far right flank here. Breaking. Russia's in a complete capitulated state right now. It looks like we're about to see a Skander Mirza going here. He's again trying to just break some units. I honestly don't think I've seen any of the Russian units form square. There you go, another victory for the Persians, who have all but routed everything that's left on the battlefield. I think there's like one Russian unit left. Can't even see where it is. That's over here. It looks like it's a general maybe, or a cav unit. I think it's a cav unit of some sort. Some hussars here. Well, they're just going to go charge into melee, try and get themselves killed. It's probably what I'd do, try and just quicken the pace in the end of this battle. Also good they take out a Skander Mirza, you know. Maybe one last ditch hope to try and win the game. Kill the general of Gurjistan. So just fast forward, we've got some nasty cav from the Persians going in. And there you go, I think that is the battle. There you go, yeah, that cavalry was routed and that is the battle. So yeah, this was sent in by Johnny the Buffoon, who was playing as Gurjistan and got 100 kills. Did a pretty good job. Well done to him, to Angry Peasant, to Chilio, and to G, playing as the Eastern factions. G getting the most kills. Actually, no, G did not get the most kills. G and Angry Peasant getting 1,300, but Angry Peasant pipping G to that top spot of kills. I mean, yeah, Peasant brought like 3,700, brought a huge army, brought that spam army, and it worked quite well for him. Unlucky for like Richard, for Fork, I believe this is Chazlok, and also to Don as well. All did an okay job, but it just couldn't deal with all that cav, it seems. Fork getting over 1,000 kills, but yeah, only one really with any success. He might have been on that left flank where he got kills. 149 kills for Imran Mirza, playing, who's one of like the elite infantry units. 146 kills for one of his Chechen infantry. Did really well. 129 for the Turkmens. Skander Mirza getting, his general getting 117 kills. And then, yeah, some more like of the infantry getting like 104, 95 kills. So some pretty good kills there. And then his cav, like more elite cav, getting 68 kills. But there you go, guys. The Battle of the Orient has been won by Persia, the Ottomans, and Gurjistan. Russia will be sent kicking back to Moscow, and they will have to come again with another army. Or maybe it will be the French next time that will test the power of the Orient. But until then, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye for now.